think a lot of people, when they first hook up on a kingfish that haven't caught a kingfish before, initially they get the first bite and they panic. Once they feel the weight come on, they sort of think, oh my God, I can't do this. I try and tell people what to expect, but until they're actually hooked up, they don't realise. I think for me, catching kingfish for people is probably the most rewarding part of fishing out of everything.
Oh, good fish, mate.
Ah, overtime. Overtime.
That's what you get when you put in the overtime. There you go, mate.
Yeah.
It's your first kingfish.
Shane moved here, I think not long after I was here. With the centre here, it really took off, you know, like started selling a lot of boats and a lot of people through the workshop, and I think he was a pretty good touch to the area, and yeah, I think he's really helped put Whitianga Marine on the map. He's not a bad bloke. He definitely keeps the rum company's business, that's for sure.
I think the population of Whitianga is 5,000 people. In the summer it turns to 55,000. So it turns inside out. Yeah, fishing here is awesome.
A little bit of sign coming through here.
Hey! X-Man!
There is kingfish everywhere around here, we're lucky. If I'm targeting kingfish with live baits, I'll generally use quite a heavy set of gear, so I'm talking about 80-pound braid. I use circle hooks because they're effective at hooking kingfish in the mouth, and we catch a lot of kingfish and we release almost all of the kingfish we catch, so they're in much healthier condition when we release them after being hooked in the mouth.
What have I heard about kingies? They're just great fight, and they're prevalent pretty much everywhere. I'm the only one of my mates that hasn't got one, and yeah, it's a serious tally going on, and I feel like something's missing in my life without having one keeper kingy on the board. Definitely not less of a man. I got no issues. just one small piece. One small piece in the puzzle is what I was going to say that's missing.
Once I've found some sign on the sounder that I think is adequate, worth dropping on, with the braid that we use, it's coloured braid and it's measured every 10 metres. So it's really effective in terms of if I see a good bunch of sign at 30 metres, I can just tell whoever's fishing, drop it down 3 colours, count them as they go out, put your lock on, and just wait for the bite. When you get hit by a kingfish, you basically just stay still, keep the rod face down, the rod tip face down at the water, and just hold on. As soon as they feel the pinch of the hook, they're extremely dirty fighters and they will just go straight for the bottom and try and bust you off. So you need to commit, give it everything you can in that first sort of moments. Otherwise, you got a pretty good chance of losing your fish. Yeah, pretty excited about the new boat. It's a 6.9 centre cab. I went to Stabicraft and they gave me the opportunity to design a boat that I wanted. So I really love my live baiting, so I wanted twin live bait tanks, 4 tuna tubes, bait station. It's really just sort of tweaked it to my fishing style, and they were great. They just took on board everything that I said. Yeah, it just turned out amazing. It's more than I ever thought it was going to be. I love it. Stabicraft was my first choice of boat, and Yamaha was my first choice of engine. So it just tied in perfectly working with these guys. And they've always looked after my boat and my engine, and I've never had a problem with either of them. I think it's been a testament, obviously, to Yamaha and to the service and support that these guys have been able to provide me as well. What I like about Yamaha is, for me personally, is just the reliability is probably the biggest factor. As I just know when I go out there and turn the key, it's just going to go.
And it's going to bring you home.
It's going to bring me home, and now obviously that I've moved on to taking a lot of other people fishing, the last thing I want in the back of my mind is, well, I hope we get home and all right, you know. I don't have to worry about that. Seriously, you're going like 25 knots and then you give it some more and people almost fall over. It's got still that much grunt left in it. It's like it feels like a jet ski.
So digital control, silky smooth. It's just a touch into gear and just fingertip control. Beautiful, eh, Gene?
So when you put the engine into gear, you don't feel like you're pushing a cable. It's just a nice, consistent pressure, reversing, going into forward.
It gives you more control for steering when you're in the rough and stuff like that as well. You can.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not trying to hold your hand on the throttle.
Usually, if I do a charter, I always aim to get everyone a king each, you know. And once I get everybody a kingfish each, I'm like, right, that's good. I feel like I've done my job, you know. That moment when you put the fish into their arms and let them sort of feel the weight of it, and you just see them looking at it, and you see their hands and they're shaking, they're just like fully buzzing. That is like just the key moment.